Not so long ago, we were having a guest on our podcast, on our In the Box Seat podcast, proudly brought to you by Gallop TV, a young apprentice from the United Kingdom. His name is Mason Paetel, and he really did enjoy being with us on the podcast. And touching base with him the other day, he asked if we could touch base with him again and see what's happened in his career and what's happened in his life. And once you're a guest of the In the Box Seat podcast team, you become a family member. So it is with great joy that I speak to Mason Paetel today, not really for a podcast, but just for a short interview to catch up on a few things. My co-host and good friend Rahil Radhikrishna is not with us today, but he certainly will be back with us this week. Mason, all the way on Zoom across the world, how are you?
I'm all good, thank you. Obviously delighted to be catching up again, so big thank you to the team.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you for approaching us, and you know, it was a great podcast that we did when we spoke to you some weeks ago or a month or two ago, and it was well received here in South Africa. I hope it was well received in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. I think there were plenty of views on it, wasn't there?
Yeah, there certainly was. Just to touch base, you've been doing a bit of travelling. You also went to the Breeders' Cup. Tell us a bit about all that.
Yeah, so I've been doing a bit of travelling recently. Only probably just over a month now ago. James Owen, my boss, had a few runners out in the Breeders' Cup. So I obviously had the opportunity to go out there. And we had a horse called Aspect Island, 2-year-old. He ran in the turf sprint and, finished third in a Group 1. So he's a horse that's improving all the time. So look, it was a great opportunity.
The Breeders' Cup, yeah, it's special. It really is a special, to see all those top horses around you, and just the vibe is unbelievable. And then there's also been a bit of a break, hasn't there, from flat racing, as you call it, a bit of a jockey break.
Yeah. There's been every year around this time of year in the winter. There's a jockey break, so a lot of the jockeys, they go away on holiday. So I went to Paris and then off to Spain for a week or two, just to chill out, really.
Okay, and Mason, winners, obviously we've been following, and since the last time we chat, there's been a few more winners, a lot more places, rides. How's things going? Update us on your career, and are you happy with your progress?
I'm absolutely, 100%. I never thought this season was going to go as well as it did, considering it's my first proper season. I think at the moment, this time of year now, we've completely just stopped taking rides, really, just to protect my claim now for next season, because there's a few goals that I want to achieve along with my agent and my boss. And I think saving my claim will definitely, make me a lot more, the goals more achievable.
The support, you happy? You're getting, you referred to your boss, you referred to your agent, and of course, Nick Luck, your sponsor. They're all behind you 100%. You happy?
Yeah, definitely. Look, there's a few more trainers since we spoke the last time. I'd say my 3 main trainers are Ed Dunlop, Mick Appleby, and James Owen. They be my 3 biggest supporters. Obviously, there's a lot more other trainers out there who have given me plenty of support throughout the season. And obviously, big thank you to Nick. I actually touched base with him yesterday, and I was delighted to hear that, he wanted to extend the contract for next year.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful news. And Christmas time now, of course, the UK cold now, but it's the end of the year. Can you believe it, Mason? We're in the last month of 2025, and it's just unbelievable, hasn't it been?
I know, it's definitely flown by, really. It's probably a bit warmer over where you guys are than over here.
It absolutely is. We've got air conditions going, fans going. It's extremely hot, but I mean, the Christmas season and the festive season here in South Africa is always festive, but there's just something about the UK and overseas that just takes it to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we're probably the same as most other countries. It's just a time of year we all get together and celebrate and meet up with a few close people. Just a bit of time to chill out, really.
Yeah. Mason, any bumps along the way? Have how's the bands been, and how's things on a personal level been, and ticking along okay?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, look, throughout the season, there's been a lot of sort of like a roller coaster experience. You get your highs and you get your lows. Earlier on in the season, I picked up quite a lengthy whip ban, which probably in total took me out for 3 months, I'd say, with them all coming together and then obviously getting a tighten up ban. But look, I in a way, I sort of look at that ban as a bit of a blessing in disguise, really. I've definitely learned from it now. And in a way, it's probably helped me save a bit of my claim for next year now. So, yeah.
As you said the last time, it's long as you learn, everybody makes a mistake, long as you learn. And every time we've spoken to you, you're doing just that. So you can take something negative, make it positive. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Then the news hit South Africa. I mean, I think it hit the world, really. Talking about bumps along the way, there was a tragic loss to the racing industry in England and in UK. And a very, very close friend of yours, Tommie Jakes, passed away.
Yeah, there's so many things you could say about it. I mean, Tommie was obviously a great horseman, but to me, he was my best friend. I think it was a shock to the whole community, really. We'll never know what happened, why it happened. But I think, like a lot of other jockeys over here have said, there needs to be a lot more support than what there already is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. And following on social media, as I said, the news struck South Africa and struck the world, really. And, for his send-off, there was a lovely post that you'd put up and all your colleagues and jockey friends and gave him a great send-off. But as you said in one of your post-race interviews, emotional, naturally, that win was particularly for him and he'd always be watching down on you. So know that you've always been a great friend and he will be with you forever. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you.
Mason, well, as I said, we just wanted to touch base with you and show the world, that you're still out there and you're still going strong and that your career is growing the way you want it to grow. And one day when you're in South Africa, we will definitely meet, or one day when we're in the UK, we guaranteed we'll meet. I'm dying to come across to come and experience Newmarket and all those places. I'm desperate, so that's going to be on the card soon. So there's a small chance that I'll be with you before you with us. But whatever it is, we certainly will look forward to meeting you and to go racing in your beautiful country.
Yeah.
And Mason, the last question: your family all good? Mom's good? Everyone's good?
Yeah. Family's all good. Just moved house, really. Quite busy, everything's taking along really nice and smoothly.
When's the next ride?
Next ride, it'll probably, if I'm honest, obviously, I'm looking to go away sometime this winter. Recently speaking to my agent earlier today, we've sort of been jumping from place to place, really, where we're going to go. But I'm pretty sure if I can get my visa sorted for America, I'll be heading over to Palm Meadows over in America in January for a month. So I'd say my next ride will probably be after January. So just middle of February, I'd say, just get rolling before the turf season actually comes about over here.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, we can't wait because, as you know, we watch each and every ride of yours here and we support you big time. So nice chatting. And again, we'll be in touch and we'll keep in touch. But thanks for your time and thanks for coming in to chat to us on the In the Box Seat podcast once again.
No, perfect. Thank you very much, Warren.
Lovely, Mr. Mason. We'll be in touch. Oh, before I go, before I put the hammer down, did you get a chance to watch there was a massive race in South Africa over this past weekend, the Betway Summer Cup. Did you have a chance to see that?
I actually did, yeah. It was Mocha Blend, that's the horse that won it, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
right.
Correct.
Yeah. Frank Robertson, he trained it.
Correct. Nice. I won't say young trainer. I mean, he's been training most of his life, but it was his first big success.
Yeah, definitely. And the Oppenheimer family, they were the owners.
100% correct. Absolutely correct. And Jessica Gell and Stephen Gell, they are the Oppenheimer family, part of the Oppenheimer family. The horse was bred by a very famous stud farm called Maritzfontein Stud Farm. And it was a special day. And what was even more special is that Tristan Godden, who's a young rider whom I'm sure you've heard of or seen his name. It was his first group race and his first group winner. I mean, it was just, the script couldn't have been written any better, really.
No, you couldn't wish for any better, really, could you?
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. Nice chatting and keep riding up a storm, and we'll be in touch soon. And thanks for being with us once again, Mason.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers. Cheerio. That's Mason Paetel, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the United Kingdom. He's yeah, a young man who certainly knows what he wants and what he wants to do, and that it takes hard work. And it's just lovely to touch base with him, and lovely that he's become familiar with South African racing and with South Africa as well, because that's what it's all about making, meeting new people, taking our racing to the world and bringing the world's racing to us. So lovely to chat to him, and very sad about the passing of his best friend. But as you said, there's just no explanation for it really. But we wish Mason and his entire family all well and many, many winners. That's a wrap from us at the In the Box Seat podcast. We'll be at the races this week. We look forward to seeing you. Be safe, be kind, and as always, we will see you in the number 1 box.